What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the next Life is Strange game, whether it's going to be Life is Strange 3, whether it's going to be Life is Strange something, and what it could potentially be about. Now, this was kind of asked of me by Kyra Khan over on Twitter, so I want to thank him for giving me this topic. We've talked about it before in what this next game is, and now and remember, we talked about a leak a few weeks ago that said that Life is Strange 3 would be announced in February or maybe in March, because he said February, but it could maybe be pushed a month or so. This was the same rumor that talked about Final Fantasy VII remake being announced, I guess, for next gen. Okay, I do believe him. I really do, and I think there's enough people that believe him as well. But one of the things we talked about when I read that out loud was, okay, does he literally mean Life is Strange 3? But then, like, if he doesn't, and he means a subtitle, which I guess somebody said, like, in the actual post, he did say after 3, he said, like, he said it would be a subtitle, maybe not necessarily a Life is Strange 3. However, with the news we got a few days ago, which we talked about on this channel about Don't Nod, actually it was like a week ago, Don't Nod's done. Don't Nod is not making Life is Strange anymore. It all goes to Deck 9. I don't know why this would be a spinoff anymore. So, to be honest with you, I kind of want a spinoff. I think a lot of people want a spinoff. I think a lot of people expected a spinoff of Life is Strange for Deck 9 to do, and then Don't Nod would pick up at Life is Strange 3. So what exactly is going on? I'll talk about that in just a second. As always, make sure if you guys do like this stuff, and I want to make this, by the way, like a weekly thing. I know I cover a lot of things weekly. I want to make Life is Strange one of those things, especially if they announce a new game. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, I'll leave a link for it in the description below. But again, that's the name. Plus is in the word, not the symbol. Okay, so, one of the things that people were telling me about is, and I think they saw it in their own rumors, which I never personally saw, but I'm not saying I don't believe them. Some of you guys even had said it, so I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying I didn't see it, is that the rumor is maybe they would do Stephanie, which was actually Rachel Amber's girlfriend, or like on and off again relationship person in Life is Strange Before the Storm. Now, I don't honestly remember too much about Stephanie. To be honest with you, I don't remember too much about Before the Storm besides Chloe and Rachel Amber's relationship with each other, okay? And then the farewell episode, which I remember quite well and is my favorite Life is Strange episode of all three, base games that we've gotten. I would be fine with that. Again, though, if you did that, that is a connection to Rachel. It's a connection even to Chloe. It's a connection to Arcadia Bay. It's a connection to all that stuff. I don't know. That's clearly, in my opinion, a spinoff. Stephanie has never been a character, considering I didn't even know who she was. I had to look her up. She's never been a character I think that is overly, standed out. And somebody that I think you could say, oh yeah, people obviously, like everybody knows her, and she could, you know what I mean? She's not Chloe. She's not Max. She's not even Sean and Daniel, which obviously they made the main characters of 2. But to me, if you have something like that happening with where she is, to who she's connected to, all that stuff, to me, that is very clearly a spin-off game, okay? So, if that's what you guys said that, the rumor is that they're making, well, that's a spin-off game. So that's Life is Strange blank, whatever they want to call it. Life is Strange 3, to me, makes the most sense. Now, it depends on when this started happening. So, remember we read the tweet from that one girl who talked about it, and they said that Don't Nod and Square Enix, they've been done for quite a while, for like a long time. And so they've known, really Don't Nod has known for quite a while that they are done with Life is Strange. Now, Life is Strange 2 ended, December of 2019, I believe was when that final game came out, like the first week of December. So it's been a full year, a year and a few months since that happened. Now, my question is, and follow me along here, Deck 9 did Before the Storm quite a while ago. That was like 2017, right? The summer of 2017. The farewell episode was, I think, the fall. I don't remember the exact month. So they ended, at the end of 2017, they did Before the Storm. What did they do for all of 2018 and maybe even all of 2019? Because I don't know when Don't Nod broke away from Square Enix, okay? If they broke away from them at the very end, like maybe they had planned after Life is Strange 2 to do a Life is Strange 3, which honestly, I do remember them kind of saying stuff like that. Like, obviously there will be more Life is Strange games. So I almost feel like by December of last year, I guess last year, 2019, they still expected to continue to make Life is Strange games, okay? So where I'm going with this is right now they're not. So even if they started to make one, I assume they canceled it. Deck 9 has been making a game for what seems to be like 2 years, okay? If they started when Don't Nod was already making 2, I would imagine Deck 9 was making a spin-off game. So you see where I'm coming with this? If Deck 9 started a while ago making the game that we would expect to get relatively soon, which, by the way, Deck 9 has taken we're going to approach 4 years now that they haven't given us a game. So that's quite a while. But if they've been making a game for this entire time, I would say, especially in the beginning, they were probably making a spin-off game. Do you still do that now? Do you do that when you know that you are going to be making Life is Strange games going forward? You now have the rights, basically, you could say, to do whatever you want and to actually tell your own stories. That's another thing, too. Like, I loved Before the Storm. I think it was a fantastic spin-off thing. I have always said I would actually have preferred, well, one, I would have preferred Deck 9 make Life is Strange 2 because I hated it. I would have preferred it was Deck 9. And number two, I would also prefer that Deck 9 makes a new Life is Strange game next. Even say if Don't Nod was making a 3, if Deck 9 wanted to make a spin-off game, make your own Life is Strange spin-off game. You know what I mean? That's what I would have preferred Deck 9 to do. Spin-offs are fine, but it's like, you know what? They proved to me, at least to me, that they could handle it. So why don't you go off and do your own thing, right? Make your own Life is Strange game. See if you can make your own. Now, again, like they did kind of make their own characters, but make your own completely original, from the ground up characters, location, powers. I guess they kind of did that a little bit with Before the Storm, but you know what I mean? But do all that. And I think that maybe is what maybe they were doing some sort of blend of that already. It's tough. It's tough. Now that Don't Nod is done, I want a Life is Strange 3 by Deck 9. What my gut tells me is that it would be weird. It would be a hard thing to kind of explain. But if Deck 9 came out and they said, yeah, we're making Life is Strange, we're doing a spin-off game, and it's blank, then we're going to do more future installments. And then the next Life is Strange game they make is a bona fide Life is Strange 3. It's got its own cast. It connects to the series in some way, even though Life is Strange 2 literally didn't whatsoever besides, I guess, just with David and all that stuff, which was that was my favorite part of the entire season of Season 2, or of Life is Strange 2, okay? That was my favorite moment, but I wanted more of that. And hopefully they can do maybe a little bit of that in a Life is Strange 3. But that's kind of where I stand. I believe they're going to do a spin-off game, if only because logic kind of tells me that if they've been making this game longer than a year and a half, they probably went at it with the mindset of a spin-off game, and then they could have canceled it. They could have canceled it to make a Life is Strange 3, but I mean, at that point, you're wasting more time, you're wasting money, which is more important, obviously, to companies, right? And the spin-off would have been fine anyway. You know, give us a spin-off, fine, we'll all play it, we'll all hopefully enjoy it, and then make the next game. You know what I mean? I don't really think there's a need to, cancel it entirely just because you're making a third game, or just because you want to make a third game after, okay? So that's kind of where I stand. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think that the next game by Deck 9 is going to be a 3? Do you think it's going to be a spin-off? What do you think the spin-off would be? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, the link for that is in the description below. Really appreciate the support. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below of this video any other topics you want me to talk about. I'm game to do pretty much anything. I can do stuff talking about the older games. I can do stuff talking about the next game, whatever you guys want to see. I'm going to try and make it a weekly, I don't know what day yet, maybe Thursdays, but I want to make it a weekly series for you guys, and we'll just go from there. When the game gets announced, we'll talk about it quite a bit, okay? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.